In the name of my ancestors, peace forever and always, and welcome to another edition of the Reality's Temple on Earth Internet Ministry. Of course, I am the gatekeeper or the host of this particular program, known here on the World Wide Web. Some of y'all call the internet, however you view it. I'm known as the mighty Angel Snub 7. I am your brother and hopefully your friend, Taalik Ibn'rad. You know, this particular subject matter, this particular topic really grinds my gears. It makes me sick to the stomach. I've never been around, I've never heard so many black men, so many black males. I have to say black males because it's very difficult to think that a man would behave and act in this manner. These black males who've yet to understand what manhood is, because their manhood is rooted and based, and they copy the only man they've ever known, and that is the racist Caucasian male. And I'm going to talk about that in just a second, but this grinds my gears that black males, so many of you, have developed this hatred for the mother, hatred for the black woman. And see, my suggestion to you, if you hate women so much, if you got a problem with women, these black women so much, just leave them alone. And why don't you just get yourself a good man? Because clearly, if you don't want a woman, you must want a man. So get your man, go get you a condominium, a cottage or somewhere, nice little apartment. Get your man and some Vaseline, and y'all, you can shut up. Makes no sense for you to go all over the internet talking about women do this, and the feminism did that, and the womenism, and all that old silly garbage that y'all spew. Get your man, go in the corner, get your can of Vaseline, and shut the hell up. I ain't never seen so many males on social media express hatred for women. And I'm saying that y'all must want a man, because in reality, some of you do. And you do have a man. And some of y'all brag, well, I got a Caucasian pink woman. I got another woman. Well, you take that and go somewhere and have a good time. And live happily ever after and shut the hell up. Because when you finally run into real men, we don't want to hear your nonsense. And that crazy stuff that you talking. Mess around and get your lip busted. Nobody want to hear that foolishness. Never in a time in history, as long as the black man been in America, never have it been in a time in history that the black man, I said black males, behave the way they do towards their mother. We always talk about the Caucasian man is after the black man. And he is. He's always wanted to destroy the black man, and you are a perfect example of a destroyed man. So you would know no better. And since you are destroyed, now you've taken it upon yourself to try to destroy the black woman because you feel ashamed because she's stronger than your ass is. And that's what the bottom line is. You view her as somebody stronger. Why don't the Caucasian people attack her like they do you? You're the man. I thought you are the provider, the protector, and the builder, and all this other stuff that you be talking about. you don't have nothing. And you get angry at the black women because they know you are nothing. So instead of attacking the races that made you nothing, you're going to attack the black woman. You should be ashamed of yourself. And instead of attacking the black woman, learn how to be a man instead of a black male. A black man, a real man wannabe. That's what you are. And you actually think that you impress somebody. You don't impress me. None of you suckers impress me. Even as a child, been looking for a man all my life. None of you fit the criteria. The men in my life that I look up to, somebody like Malcolm X, Elijah Muhammad, even Farrakhan and Jesse Jackson and all our fighters, men that stood up against this beast, regardless to their method. They stood up, and you in a corner crying, oh, the feminism, oh, the black women do this, and they hoes and they sluts, and ain't nobody more of a bee than you are, sucker. Never in a time in history have black men been so weak. When did this begin? I got to have some type of idea. So just thinking a little bit, when did the hatred of the black woman actually begin? It's been around a long time. And the black women and women in general have tolerated this hatred, this jealousy, this envy that men hold towards them. Not only from black males, Caucasian male, Chinese male, men all over this planet have a hatred towards women. View women as an inferior. View women the same way as the racists view black people. And you said that's wrong, but you have no problem with viewing women in the same kind of way. When did this actually begin to form, this black male hatred towards black women? When did this start? Let's see, can I get an idea? If we go back to physical slavery, you really had no reports. The black man who was a slave, a physical slave, did not run around talking about the black women do this and the black women did that and the black... You never heard that, and of course you have your explanation for that. But regardless, he didn't do it. Never talked about it. But, and you know something, that's because you were both in the same sad situation. The Caucasian pink people raped the black woman, and the Caucasian pink people raped the black man. She worked from sun to sundown. It was equal opportunity oppression. And of course, since the majority of the slave masters in power were male, of course, the black woman would get the brunt of the rapes and the sodomy and all these other, the sexual perversion of the slave owner. The black man also got his share because these Caucasian slave owners, we know some of them was homosexuals. And they was pedophiles. And you wonder, this went on for hundreds of years, and you don't understand why we in the shape and the condition that we're in. This can carry on even into generations that was not actually experiencing this madness. Look it up. Y'all so smart. Do your research. It's there, but you rather talk your crap because you want to blame somebody rather than the perpetrator. Because you don't want to say, it's the pink people. The pink man do this. We got to stop blaming the pink people. They are the reason. And so instead of blaming the actual perpetrator, you rather blame yourself. That's a sickness. But that's what happens. The abuser usually blame themselves for their victimization. instead of the abuser. You suffer from post-traumatic slave syndrome. Look it up. Check it out. But you rather ignore all the real science, all the real psychological things, because you don't want to blame your massa, because actually you have become your massa. To speak against massa is speaking against yourself. So when were the first signs that this was happening? The first signs that this black man began to oppress his black woman after so-called freedom. After this Caucasian people, let y'all free, let us free. Then this black man began, since he got his freedom, he wants to feel like a man. The only person that he has as an example for manhood is Jesus of the Bible, a fictional character. But above all, his only influence and example for manhood is the racist Caucasian men. So black men all over this country began to copy and mimic what they saw in the racist Caucasian men. And you would think after all these hundreds of years of dealing with this person, you would not want to copy anything this fella do, but they did it. So just like the racist pink men, the black man, even after struggling with the black woman, equal in slavery, this black man began to copy his massa, and his massa is a woman hater, and the black man began to hate his woman. The racist pink man views his woman as a breeder, exploits her. He pimps her out. She's a prostitute. Call her a slut and a whore. And the black man did the same, began to do the same thing after he gained his freedom. And he started copying his massa. And the black woman, because of her love, even though you ignorant as hell, she tolerated your nonsense. But then one day, justice began to come, because one day the black woman heard the voice of the women's lib movement, the feminist movement. That's something y'all really hate to talk about. That's what y'all really hate. And the black woman was attracted to the feminist movement, the women's lib movement, this Caucasian woman's movement. Even though this Caucasian woman had no respect for her, but the black woman saw herself abused, neglected, mistreated by her man. Just like the Caucasian woman was mistreated, abused, exploited by her man, unequal. So in essence, the black man, you are the one that gave your woman to the feminists. So if you want to blame somebody for feminism, women's black lib, or however you want to talk about it, black men, you are the reason that pushed her that way. And now you're angry because she rebels against your slavery, against male injustice. I'm not going to be your slave no more. I'm not just a breeder. I'm not just somebody you can lay down with. If I work, pay me equal pay. I want the same thing. And so the black man is angry, just like the racist pink male. He's angry at black people that stand up against them. And you angry because the black woman stand up against your wickedness. I've never had a problem with women, regardless if they lesbians, feminists, educated, whatever form the woman is. I've never had a problem with them. Feminism never been an issue to me. Because see, it is natural for a woman to recognize her true provider, her protector, the essence of manhood. And regardless if she's a lesbian or feminist or educated, that's still part of her. And when she recognized that, from my experience, and I've seen it many times, she will submit. You don't have to trick her with religion. You have to trick her or beat her with a club. She recognizes recognize her counterpart and she will submit to that. Maybe because of the mistreatment, she'll be wary and she'll be cautious, but eventually you will see her, all that being bad and strong and trying to be tough, all that will go away when she recognizes a real man. You're not a real man because you've been copying a fake man, a weak man, a bully. And so she's tired of being bullied around, made inferior, breeder, or sexual toy. Nobody want to be treated like. Did you like being treated like that when we were in slavery? And that pedophile slave master came to get your booty? Well, if you didn't like being abused, what make you think these women want to be exploited, abused, mistreated, treated unequal, looked upon as some kind of inferior? She's your real and all this other nonsense that y'all talk about. And she's the curse and all this other crazy stuff y'all talking about. Get out of here. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught me that a woman is a black man's heaven. There's nothing more beautiful than being surrounded by women. And since y'all don't want the sisters, then take the sisters fat, ugly, pretty, however the shape, whatever, smart, tall, put the women around me. I'll be happy because I'll be in heaven and I feel heavenly. And you can take your hard, dusty man in the corner and y'all can do y'all thing. And take this bucket of grease because I'm pretty sure you're gonna need a lot of that. The woman must be made free, just like the black man. Black people must be free from racism. The woman must be free from this patriarchal oppression. She must be free. If you want a slave, then I suggest that you go buy yourself a dog, a cat, a cow, or a chicken or something. Matter of fact, I heard that cows and dogs, they make good love mates too. Since you might not want a man, you don't want a woman, maybe you can get down with a cat or a dog or a cow or something. But the main thing, it's sickening to me, and it really grinds my gears. So many women haters, women bashers. If you don't like black women like that, then just leave them alone, shut the hell up, get you a man, go on about your business. I'll be happy to take what you don't want. There's plenty of men that would like for you to give them a call. Thank you for listening. This is your brother Taalik Ibn'rad. This was and is the Reality's Temple on Earth.